Pray to the Father. We learned how Jesus taught his disciples that they should pray through the Lord's Prayer. We also learned how we should pray through the story about a man who has a visit from his friend in the middle of the night. In our text today, Jesus teaches us one last thing as he talks about praying. He teaches us that praying is about seeking, finding, and knocking. That means, ultimately, praying is about looking for something we desire and finally finding what that is. If we want something, we seek it desperately and look for it all over the place until we find it. If the door is closed, we would have to knock on it until it opens. And making those efforts is exactly what praying is. Jesus tells us that whoever asks and seeks should find, and whoever knocks, the door will be open unto them. Jesus continued on to say, "What father among you, if his son asks for a fish, will give him a snake instead? Or if he asks for an egg, will give him a scorpion?" At the time when someone asked for fish, there might have been people who gave them freshwater eel or snake-like fish, often caught in the Sea of Galilee. Freshwater eels were considered unclean and thus non-edible. When people asked for eggs, some might have given them scorpions curled up in an egg-shaped form. So Jesus was saying that while it might have been possible for someone with an evil intention to give someone non-edible things like freshwater eels and scorpions, no one with good intentions could possibly give their own children anything other than good food to eat. When we begin the prayer that the Lord has taught us, we begin by calling our Father. Our Father is the Father of all people in the world and already knows what his children are seeking, finding, and knocking. And he wishes to give us something so great and nothing like snakes or scorpions. So that's why, if we ask, find, and knock, what we ask is given to us. Jesus finishes the story of prayer asking one last question. How much more will your Father in heaven give the Holy Spirit to those who ask him? This may not be an easy idea to understand, but this means that God will give us much more valuable when we search for things much more valuable than what we need in our daily lives, like bread, fish, and eggs. And what is much more valuable than our daily needs? Holy Spirit. We have been taught the Lord's Prayer, so let's ask, seek, knock, and pray for a life filled with Holy Spirit.